And we welcome you back to Miracosta College for the finale of Day 2, the Cleat Adelman Classic on SoCalCollegeSports.com. And we've got a heck of a finale for you with San Diego City College set to take on L.A. Pierce. As for the spot in the championship game tomorrow, which will take place at 6 o'clock. Pierce gets here by virtue of a victory over Miracosta. Last night, that final 77-71, San Diego City romped into Day 2 with a 43-point win over Barstow College yesterday afternoon. McIntyre in control, Pierce in the whites. Meanwhile, San Diego City in the black jerseys. Guillory at the foul line, snaps a pass down low. Fasu misses point blank, but tips it in.
Uh-oh.
And Max Edwards comes up hobbling. That is of enormous import.
Can I see a replay on the bottom?
For anybody who has been following Brahma basketball. Meanwhile, Edwards waving off the bench. He wants to stay in the game. It appears to be his right leg.
He steps awkwardly there.
Well, he's going to remain in the game. Early 2-0 lead. Huntsberry over the line. It's Riley and Huntsberry along with Norwood, Robbie Robinson, and Court Hutt in the starting lineup for San Diego City. We'll give you the starting five for the Brahmas momentarily. This is Huntsberry. Passing down low to Tutt, and it's through his legs, and a turnover gives it back to the Brahmas. Guillory in control. It's Guillory with McIntyre, along with Kevin Fasu, Eli Cohen, and Max Edwards in the lineup. So Michael, Eli Cohen gets another start. He brings a strong shooting aspect to this starting five, and the Brahmas are coming off a bomb squad performance yesterday, 15 for 39 as a team from three-point range. That was a season high for the team in makes, attempts, and percentage. But they'll have a tougher job today against this night defense of San Diego City College.
The Knights are a team that can really turn it on offensively, and that's why you see Cohen in the starting lineup. He can provide a bit of a spark from three, that shooting dynamic that you just spoke about, really to maybe possibly help offset the shooting prowess of Joseph Riley.
McIntyre gets a screen from Edwards to the glass, lays it up, and gets the roll.
McIntyre, Fasu, the type of athletes, long, athletic, that can hang right there with the Knights. Obviously, they have a size and speed and athleticism advantage. But L.A. Pierce, a lot of game at their disposal.
They come out in a 1-2-2 zone, and Robinson, a little fadeaway, goes glass and ties it at 4. Robinson coming off 12 points and 12 rebounds in the blowout over Barstow yesterday.
Robinson doing his best Tim Duncan imitation there.
Another high screen from Edwards. Guillory hooks a pass to McIntyre. Wide open for 3, just grazed the iron.
Those are shots that L.A. Pierce is going to have to hit here.
Ooh. Near travel, and Robinson's tied at 11. Apologies for some
network issues.
Technical difficulties. Got things going again. Fasu with the ball down low. Tries to swing it across, but Garcia there for the interception. In 1-on-2, finds Bird Jelinek. They'll swing it around. Riley with a long 3 off the back iron. Robinson corrals the long rebound. Back to Riley. Garcia on the drive. Riley Cross to Bird Jelinek. Shot clock at 19. And McIntyre tapped that one away from Riley. Riley, the leading scorer for San Diego City, coming off 19 points last night in the victory over Barstow. So let's quickly set the lineup for you. It's Haro on with Kyle Lord, McIntyre, Mo Sacco, and Max Edwards on the floor for L.A. Pierce. Meanwhile, Riley along with Garcia, joined by Iriri, Robinson, and Dantrell Anderson, excuse me. Rounding out the five, Riley hoists one up, around and out, Lord skies for the board. Tied at 11. Haro over the line, guarded closely by Riley. McIntyre with a great cut, gets the feed, lays it in. McIntyre flashed out high, then cut backdoor, gets a good feed from Lord to give Pierce a 13-11 lead. Iriri across to Bird Jelinek. Riley away from the trap, off to Garcia. Shot clock at 9. The leaner for Bird Jelinek goes. Adrian Bird Jelinek, quiet yesterday, just 16 minutes. And he finished with 8 points and 3 rebounds, but asserting himself more early in this one. Game tied at 13, Haro between the circles. Edwards flashes into the lane, turnaround, half hook is good. Boy, Max Edwards, the versatility. He's already hit from 3 a little bit earlier. And now flashes a little low post game to give the Brahmas a lead. Iriri for 3, rimming no. Rebound off to Edwards. McIntyre, checked by Bird Jelinek, loses the ball, and Bird Jelinek has the steal. Pass a little too high for Riley, tries to save and does. Anderson with the scoop and score. Dontrell Anderson with the pretty finish. We're tied at 15. Sacco quickly back the other way. Turn around, no good. Here come the Knights. 11 minutes to go in the first half, and Mitch Jarlins wants a timeout, and he's going to get it. Timeout on the floor with 10:58 remaining here in the first half. Let's see, this is a 30-second timeout. Nip and tuck first 10 minutes here, roughly. I guess we're a little over 9 minutes with 10:58 to go. Expect this one to be in doubt until very, very late. Evenly matched teams here. Casey Weitzel's going to make a change in his lineup right now. Guillory coming back. So it's Haro and Guillory with Lord, Michael Aisafat, and Mo Sacco on the floor. So right away running down that 5. I'm going to be interested to see where the offense is going to come. Both McIntyre and Edwards out of the game right now. That's your 2 leading scorers for the Brahmas. Stay in a zone trap with Haro at the top. Garcia in the corner. Work it around. Huntsberry starting a drive on Lord. Robinson with the shot clock winding down, buries the 3. Boy, Robbie Robinson is having a tournament here at Miracosta. 12 and 12 yesterday, and he has been outstanding. Drains from long range there to give the Knights the 3-point lead. Aisafat at the top. Guillory faces up. Drives the lane, kicks it back. Lord will try to answer from 3, around and out. Rebound on the floor. Huntsberry chases it down. Kai Huntsberry jets into the front court, drives the lane, foul called, and Huntsberry's going to head to the line for a couple of free throws. And it'll give us a chance to set the lineup for you quickly for the Knights. Huntsberry and Michael Garcia, along with Darian Norwood, Robbie Robinson, and Adrian Bird-Jelinek returning. First free throw up, no good for Huntsbury. Comes in shooting 81% from the line, averaging 8.7 points a game. Talked about the three-point explosion for the Brahmas yesterday. It's not going to be as easy against this San Diego City defense. Barstow, in the loss yesterday to San Diego City, went just 1 for 16 from behind the arc. (19-15). Huntsbury converts 1 out of 2. Iasafant looking for some help in the backcourt. And a whistle. And this one going to go back to the Knights. So a turnover for the Brahmas against the pressure. They'll bring it in baseline right. Sham Carter has checked in for San Diego City. Both these teams go deep into the bench. Carter's three, no good. And the rebound snapped down by Iasafant. Guillory angles over the line. Kyle Lord dancing on the dribble. That one deflected, but McIntyre recovers. Shot clock at 13, and the Brahmas having to start their offense way out front. McIntyre lobs for Lord. Lord on the drive. A lot of contact and a foul called. Lord was in all kinds of trouble there as Robinson came to give help, but able to hang in the air long enough to draw the contact and get himself to the line. Kyle Lord, a 72% foul shooter, averaging 6.3 points per game on the season. He'll get 2 shots here. Free throw up and good. Max Edwards returning. He'll replace Mo Sacco. Edwards had 29 points in the win over host Miracosta last night, including 6 threes. Back to a 2-point game. Huntsbury walks it over the timeline. Robinson fans it out to Bird-Jelinek. Hard drive, reverse layup is good. Bird-Jelinek eschewing the three-pointer. He continues to drive hard to the rack and converts again. Meanwhile, tremendous effort on the far side. Riley nearly goes into the stands after that one. The ball stays with the Brahmas. They'll bring it in, foul line extended right. Fast-moving first half here. Just 3 fouls between the two teams. They're letting them play. Lord checked by Riley. Off to Guillory. Guillory drives at baseline and a foul before the shot. This is going to go against Sham Carter. Second team foul on San Diego City. Guillory will bring it in baseline left.
I'd like to remind everybody watching right now, you have any friends and family want to watch this broadcast live, go to YouTube, SoCal College Sports 1. Share the link on the app.
Edwards working on Robinson.
Travel.
That's just terrific post defense by Robbie Robinson, Michael. I think Edwards looking for low contact there. They kind of set up his move, and Robinson backing off a little bit, giving him a little bit of room, and eventually he shuffles his feet and turns it over.
I hated when that happened. I relished contact, obviously, in my playing day, and when somebody did that to me, I didn't like it. But I often traveled, much like Max did there.
Edwards gets a hand in, pokes it free. So the Brahmas have the turnover. Guillory gets it to Edwards. Fakes the three. Lord pops out. This is Guillory. Edwards open for 3, bang.
He's so sneaky getting open. I was talking with Casey Watson before the ball game. Reminds me a lot of Jason Capono back in the day. Played for Artesia High School, of course, played at UCLA and eventually with the Lakers. But good shooter, sneaky. He's just one of those players that gets his in a sneaky fashion, and he's a very good shooter. Better post player, not as good a shooter, but very similar in the way that he gets his offense. See Robinson hit.
Yeah, what a great feed to Robinson, and Robinson converts. Michael Capono, 3-point contest winner or 3-point percentage champion or both in his career? I feel like he did at least one of those. I just don't remember exactly.
I think he had one of those. He definitely wasn't a dunk contest winner, that's for sure.
Guillory. A drive on Carter, stops and pops from 17 and buries it.
That's a tough
that
shot
from Christian Guillory. Back to a 1-point game. Huntsberry splits the double team. Outside, Bird Jelinek will fire for 3 and hit. Adrian Bird Jelinek doing it all in this first half. A couple of drives, and now he steps back, buries the triple. 4-point lead for San Diego City. Guillory into the front court. Whistle. This is going to go against Joseph Riley.
Can you go to?
So the ball will belong to the Brahmas after the foul by Riley. Core Tutt returns, replacing Robbie Robinson. So they'll try Tutt on Max Edwards.
Good luck.
Meanwhile, Igo Aruatiri has checked into the game as well. Guillory, a drive on Aruatiri. Had that one poked away, but he gets it back in the lane, forces one up, won't go. Rebound tapped on the floor, out of bounds, going to go back to San Diego City.
Yeah,
Guillory got right to the front of the rim. Bird Jelinek leaking out, blocked from behind by Fasu.
What a great effort by Kevin Fasu.
Fasu almost 2 blocks a game into the lane, and he walked, or they're going to call it an offensive foul.
Well, he walked before the charge. Either way, he's out of control. Going back the other way.
Yeah, get a look here at the tail end. And gets in good position, but just not really sure what he wants to do with the ball there, I think, Michael.
It's called fundamental basketball, Jeffrey. Fasu just needs to come to a jump stop and pop from 12.
Huntsberry into the front court, around the screen. They work it around, open 3 for Igo. Rims high, no good. Edwards.
Great job positioning there for Max.
Lord quickly back the other way.
Reset.
Fasu working on Bird Jelinek. Guillory circles right, comes up shooting from 15, in and out.
It's good offense. Nothing wrong with that shot.
Yeah, he just hit a tougher shot than that moments ago. Huntsberry into the lane, out to Riley. Riley with the leaner, missed everything. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with San Diego City with 5:55 to go in the first half. They've reset the shot clock, but I don't think they should have, Michael. That was an air ball.
Yeah, I think they're talking about it right now. Should be 16 on the shot clock, I think.
Well, let's see. Casey Weitzel not saying much of anything.
He's talking about something
lobs
else.
It in. McIntyre
Not
able to tip that one away. The Brahmas have the steal. Salone at the controls. Cohen down low to Fasu.
Go to work. Good.
Fasu spins baseline, finds McIntyre.
Travel.
And McIntyre traveled. Yeah, before. Doesn't put the ball down before he starts that move.
Well, he's got quick feet. He got happy feet before the ball gets down.
Yeah, a little too quick a feet.
Where's the defense?
Bird Jelinek trying to enter it down low, looking for Tutt. And that pass out of bounds. Brahmas trail it by 4. Salone picked up by Riley. A little hesitation on the drive, hangs in the air. Riley with the foul. That's at least 2 on Riley. I believe it's number 2. And that's a big foul there for Joseph Riley. I mean, Michael, I'm not really sure that I love that foul from Joseph Riley. I just can't help but think, Mike, if you're Joseph Riley in that situation, I think you got to know your importance to the team. And do you really want to pick up your second foul there? Let's play defense on Robert Salone there. Make him make a shot.
Yeah, I think you've done your job defensively, moving your feet, but Sloan's done a better job of getting to the basket. You have to let him go. And well, you look at Joseph Riley. He was a member of that team that was a runner-up last year. He's a gritty guy.
McIntyre battling down there, but the Knights able to come away with it. Now they want to head back the other way quickly, but the Brahmas do a good job of getting back.
And the last play, competitive fire gets the better of Joseph Riley. Let's see if he can redeem himself here on the offensive end.
They're going to keep him on the floor with 2 fouls.
They only have
quick
one.
Pass down low, Tut in traffic, gets the shot up, won't go.
Correction from the table, just 1 foul.
I thought I remembered 2, but okay. I think you got to go with their stats. Salone.
Well, in the end, their stats all that matter.
So true. McIntyre drives the lane. The runner is up and good.
You can't be happy for Coach Mitch Charlins. That's too easy for McIntyre. Where's the help to stop that and make him counter?
1-point game.
Got a dogfight here, Story.
Can you possibly be surprised? Riley around a Norwood screen. Tut with good position, working down low. Back out, Riley hoists for 3, rimming no. Rebound in a crowd, McIntyre down on the floor. The foul's going to go against San Diego City.
Norwood could be whistled.
Riley with a pretty good look. He shoots 40% from long range for the season. Salone quickly into the front court. Cohen with room, fires for 3, back iron.
It's a good
long
shot for
rebound. Cohen on the cut. He's fouled. He'll head to the line. Or no, they're going to call this against Pierce. Did they call a travel?
Did he hop? Can I see that one more time on the replay here?
They're going to say that this is on the jump stop. That he didn't get the jump stop there that he was looking for, and I think travel was the call.
For sure, a travel. That's a tough call. They're going to say he jumped before he put the ball down. Weitzel not happy, but gonna have to take it, down 1.
Knights with the 1-point lead in the ball. Robinson back in the game, back out to Garcia. Iriri enters into Robinson. Robinson looking for a cutter. Salone got a hand in there. Shot clock down to 8. Riley gonna have to make something happen. Little stutter step across to Garcia. Garcia for 3, too strong. Long rebound out to Iriri. Iriri hard drive, lays it up, missed it, tapped up, good. Robbie Robinson getting on the offensive glass again, 28-25. Garcia hounding Salone. McIntyre nearly has that one poked free. Cohen off to Salone, shot clock at 10. Salone back outside. McIntyre offensive foul, and Riley sent sprawling, and it's a good call, and I think, Michael, not even a very difficult call.
Look, man.
McIntyre clearly with the off arm.
Anthony McIntyre, what's your argument? You extend the arm right in front of the referee, and now it's the referee's fault.
I wonder in this situation if Anthony McIntyre is feeling that he got fouled before that play. But either way, Mike, you can't commit such an easy call.
No, and then you add salt to the wound by jockeying with the official for what? You're wrong.
Huntsberry on the drive.
Nice kick.
Back out to Garcia. Robinson at the elbow looking for Riley. Back outside. Shot clock at 8. Robinson again flashes high. Half hook won't go. McIntyre.
Really happy with that defensive set there from L.A. Pierce. Really not allowing San Diego City any rhythm offensively.
Rodriguez into the game for the Brahmas. McIntyre finds Edwards.
Nice.
Gets it
Inside
back.
out.
Edwards fakes,
Travel.
and he traveled. You know, Mike, I think Edwards had enough time to take that shot. I think he might have gotten a little cute.
No,
with that one.
Not only that, he rushes it. So there's an issue here because they travel. It's 50-50. They travel when they receive the ball and they go into their move, and that's something that has to be corrected with practice. Maybe bring in an official or something, but it's just not going to work. And it's the right call because they're going into their move. They're moving their pivot before they go in.
Yep.
So that's going to get whistled every time.
I mean, a closeout from Robbie Robinson isn't easy, but I think Edwards had some room.
It's not just Edwards, though. So, I mean, it's when you're going up against teams that want to speed you up, you're going to see this here, and they got to be better throughout the season. LA Pierce, a good squad. They're hanging right tough with one of the best teams in the state. This is a very deceiving 500-plus record.
Robinson's hook won't go. Sacco has the rebound in traffic. Gets it out to Rodriguez. Guillory over the line. A little hesitation, now starts a drive. That shot blocked by Robinson.
Great help from Robbie. Another foul on McIntyre, so 2 in the last few minutes.
That's a tough foul on McIntyre. That takes place right in front of us there, and I think McIntyre's trying to get away from that. He's trying to back off that, but his momentum kind of carried him into Riley, and he ends up picking up the foul. .128 to go in the first half. The Knights with the 3-point lead. Robinson looking for Bird Jelinek right off his hands.
Look, San Diego City does everything right there except receive the pass well. It wasn't a great pass, but it was a great look. And Bird Jelinek just has to be ready with his hands to receive the ball, even if it's a little bit off the mark.
Yeah, down at the knees there, not the easiest catch in the world. Edwards.
There you go, better.
Starts a drive on Robinson, spins back to his right, the fadeaway, no good. Robinson snatches down the board.
Not a bad shot.
Riley, a drive on Guillory. Huntsberry passes on the 3, drives to the rim.
That's traveling.
He lost it on the way up. They're going to say that was partially blocked. Yeah. Riley's long 3 won't go. Bird Jelinek has the offensive rebound. Now they can reset about a 13-second difference. Baseline jumper for Norwood. That's no good. Follow won't go for Huntsberry. The rebound on the floor. Riley's got it back, and now the Knights can play for the final shot.
Guillory's hurt. Right now, San Diego City wants it more than LA Pierce. They have a 3-point lead. It's been a sloppy first half of basketball, really, for both teams. See what kind of adjustments both teams make out of the timeout.
Down to 10 seconds. Riley around to Robinson screen. Still on the drive. Shot blocked by Sacco. Still got 3 seconds. Lord quickly back the other way. Gets one up from half court. That won't go. We head to the locker room. 28-25. San Diego City on top of LA Pierce. It's the Cleat Adelman Classic from Miracosta College here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Underway in the second half. Knights with the basketball in a 3-point lead. Tutt drops it down low to Robinson quickly. Triple team, but he gets a shot up and he's fouled. And Robinson will head to the line for a couple of free throws.
Some stats from the first half. Gus Solarier had told me
Printer out of paper, I believe.
having an issue with the printer.
Well, that's what happens with printers. Robinson, first free throw up and good. Robinson comes in averaging 13.4 a game. Hits on the second free throw, 5-point lead for the Knights.
So Guillory going to bring it up here for the Brahmas, trailing by 5 early second half. Cohen enters in a Fasu. Fasu working against Robinson. Nice lateral movement, left-handed finish over Robbie is good.
Like the spacing there, give Fasu a little room to work down in the low post.
It's good basketball there from the Brahmas. They cut it to a 3-point deficit. Riley, good pass. Norwood from 3, wide open. That one doesn't draw anything off of Cord Tutt. Going back the other way for L.A. Pierce.
Norwood seems to be struggling a little bit with his shooting here tonight. Couple of shots and hasn't drawn iron yet.
Guillory surveying the defense, gives in to Cohen. Cohen will bring it back out. They'll go back to the well and Fasu inside. McIntyre from way downtown, he'll tie it up at 30 all.
He hit 3 threes last night in the long-range explosion.
See if the Knights can respond here. All knotted up at 30 apiece. Jeff, you talked about the game yesterday versus Barstow for San Diego City. They got off to the sluggish start, and then they turned it and kicked it in a high gear in the second half. Joseph Riley, a big part of that. This is going to be a bit of a different animal here for the Knights, as the Brahmas are decidedly better bunch. Spoke with Mitch Charlins before this game here today, and per the usual, so they don't hit a wall in conference play. Mitch has the guys take a nice Christmas break. They get a bit of a break there, but they come back rusty into this tournament.
Yeah, the reality is that you look at last night's opponent, with all due respect to Barstow, as McIntyre finishes at the rim. They could take 20 minutes off against Barstow and get away with it. I don't think they can take 20 seconds off in this one.
Yeah, they find themselves down by a couple. Huntsberry, jump stop, shot up and good. That is terrific fundamental basketball from Huntsberry.
Well, that's the shot we've been asking for a lot this week from various players,
well,
and Huntsberry does a good job.
Kai delivers, and he ties it up at 32. It's Tutt on Edwards, a matchup to keep an eye on there. McIntyre on the far side, guarded by Huntsberry, looking for a screen from Fasu, gets it. Massive one-on-one, wide open. Eli Cohen from the corner. It's a 3-ball, and the lead back to the Brahmas at 35-32.
You just can't cheat off of Eli Cohen. Good skip pass from McIntyre. You give him a little bit of room. It's going to knock that shot down.
Pierce executes and makes a couple shots. This can get very interesting. Riley from deep to answer.
Riley is one of those guys, Michael, that looks like he's a little more comfortable about 4 feet behind the line. I think Riley wants a little more space than just the 3-point line.
Joseph Riley, and only Joseph Riley, starting to heat up here, and he's going to need to heat up. This is going to be a backcourt violation. I don't think there was a touch there from Huntsbury. Guillory's looking for one. No, I don't think so. Can we see a replay here, Emery? See a replay on the main shot.
This looked to me like it just went off Guillory's foot. I think you're right, Michael.
We had a pretty good look. Yeah, Huntsbury does not touch that ball at all.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good angle right there. Nice camera work.
John Gotti. Jorge Cepeda, camera operators here today. Putting it all together, Emery Johnson. That one out from way downtown, Victor Uriri. 3 ball by Joseph Riley again.
Second chance points, a killer.
Especially when it's Joseph Riley hitting on the 3. Fasu now versus full court trap. Fasu all the way to the bucket, lays it up off of the back iron, rebounded by Bird Jelinek.
Mike, if I'm San Diego City and I can try and run a little pressure.
No look. That one blocked by Fasu and a travel by Victor Uriri.
I think if I can put a lot of pressure on Fasu when he has the ball, I'm going to do that every time. And it's not because Kevin Fasu can't handle the ball.
No.
It's because Fasu gets going about 100 miles an hour. And I think if I could speed up the game, I can get Kevin Fasu maybe a little out of control.
Bring in Lord and Sacco here for the Brahmas. Antro Anderson on for Robbie Robinson. Edwards going to bring it in versus full court pressure. Ego into the ball game. McIntyre in transition. He'll put up a floater off of the back iron. We're going to have a foul called against Joseph Riley. Comes underneath McIntyre. It's a good call.
Tell you, Bird Jelinek does a great job in transition defense. They're reading the pass that McIntyre wanted to deliver there. And McIntyre ends up having to just kind of force one up on the rim. And the Brahmas catch a break as Riley commits the foul on the rebound.
1-4 base set.
Talking about the call on Joseph Riley and saying that he had undercut, gotten underneath the rebounder for the Brahmas.
I love the response there from Coach Charlins.
Coach Charlins, he's 2 feet tall. He's going to be underneath him no matter what.
He's not wrong.
A little hyperbole from the coach never hurt.
Hyperbole from a coach to get a call? No way. Lord with the turnover, looking for Guillory. That's terrific defense here on off the ball by Ego Ariritiri.
Absolutely, Michael. Just about to say that. Steps into that passing lane.
Nice step through. Shot up, no good from Anderson. Rebound, 5-4-1 by Guillory. Guillory off to Sacco. Sacco takes a couple dribbles, finally gives off to Lord. Lord hesitation behind the back dribble, keeps it. And Ego playing some high-level defense. Guillory finds some range. Sacco gets the position, gives off to Lord. A second chance opportunity for L.A. Pierce, trailing by 3. Lord looking inside, looking for Max Edwards. Can't get it to him. Anderson with terrific defense down in the low post. McIntyre up front, guarded by Bird Jelinek. Let's ISO here. Bird Jelinek, that's a mismatch. High horn offense. Edwards from 3. Ties it up.
Pick and spot up for Max Edwards. And they both go with McIntyre. And Edwards ends up with a good look.
Well, Riley gets away with a bit of a push off there. Anderson gives it back to Joseph. Joseph up top, directing traffic. Riley looking for a pick, gives it Ariri. Anderson off of his foot, off to Ariri. He'll fire from 17 feet, and Victor makes it look easy for the mid-range. .14:40 to go in this one. San Diego City up by 2. Lord breaks the press. Free lane to the bucket. He'll lay it up, not in. Sacco battling for the rebound. It's Bird Jelinek that comes away with it for San Diego City. Adrian nearly throws that one away. It'll stay with the Knights.
Man, Lord had a great look. And somehow that ball stayed out.
Needs a couple more inches on the vertical. Fasu will come in for him. We're going to have a 30-second timeout by the Knights. And a good one to settle down the troops for San Diego City. We'll take a short break ourselves. 40-38, 14:24 to go. Well, the halftime stats, it was Robbie Robinson leading the way, 11 points, 5 of 8 from the field. Did hit one from deep. Max Edwards with 8. 6 for Anthony McIntyre. Kevin Fasu had 4. Christian Guillory also with 4. We'll have a foul, loose ball called. That's going to go against Harrow. Justin Harrow picks up his first. I think this is Harrow's first action we've seen here tonight here, Storm.
He did come in for a little bit in the first half, but Casey Weitzel goes deep into his bench on a regular basis, both these teams. 10, 11 players deep.
So we have a warning against Coach Weitzel. Referee's been a little sensitive here today. We saw a couple technicals called in the Antelope Valley game earlier.
Yeah, it's interesting that they're, I think, enforcing pretty strict discipline on the coaches because the game itself is pretty physical, and I think they're letting some of the play go.
Harrow turning the corner. Ego with the steal. Ego 2-on-1. Fasu holds his ground. He goes straight up. That's a good no call. Fasu looking to rip it away. It's going to be a jump ball. Arrow in favor of the Brahmas.
You know, Kevin Fasu is just one of those shot blockers that can get in your head.
Well, he's an elite level athlete and very raw. And when he can put it together in stretches, McIntyre steps on the sideline. He's claiming he was pushed by Bird Jelinek, but he has to hold his position better versus the double team trap. And the Knights getting exactly what they want from the full court pressure here. 13:41 to go. It's a 2-point lead for the Knights. Back with the ball.
Yeah, I think Anthony McIntyre, to me, Michael, seems a little agitated with the play of the Knights in this one. And I think he needs to
settle down.
Yeah, find a little composure here down the stretch because they're going to need it.
See, Bird Jelinek gets away with the travel, and that was one that was called against Pierce. It's going to be a foul on Robbie Robinson holding Sacco. And Sacco was going a bit as a player from the last time we saw him at Compton. He looked like a bit of deer in the headlights, but he's playing pretty well, giving his coach pretty good minutes. It's a very athletic bunch in San Diego City. Harrow up ahead to Fasu. Fasu still on the dribble. Takes it into the corner. Max Edwards not ready to shoot. Robbie Anderson. Robbie Robinson, excuse me. With a good closeout. McIntyre through the legs. Thought about the three. Bird Jelinek closes out on him. 7 on the shot clock. Fasu going to have to make something happen. He drives the lane. A lot of contact charge. Huntsberry steps right in. And we're going to have a pretty good look of it. That's a great job by Huntsberry, just stepping in to the path of the driver.
You know, Mike, I think you have to give a lot of credit right now to the San Diego City defense. What you want, if you're the Brahmas, is to get the ball in the hands, get some touches for Max Edwards, create your offense off of that. And the Knights simply aren't allowing that. They're doing a pretty good job of keeping the ball out of Max Edwards' hands.
Exactly right. Riley kicks it up ahead. Robinson. Huntsberry at the mid-post, kicks it out to Bird Jelinek. I don't understand why they're so apprehensive shooting the basketball. They're getting good looks in space. Huntsberry turns the corner looking inside at Robinson, and Robinson taps it out of bounds.
Yeah, a couple extra passes there. I think there's a couple of shots you could have taken.
Shoot the open ball. Edwards will from 3. That one off the mark. Sacco goes over the back. Nope. No over the back call. We're just going to have an out of bounds off of Mo Sacco.
Boy, it's so dangerous to try and trap against L.A. Pierce because one of the things you risk is a good look from 3 for Max Edwards. And that's what just happened there, but Edwards not able to knock it down.
12:24 to go. 2-point lead for the Knights. Huntsberry into the elbow. Robinson, beautiful feed. Unable to finish.
That was Carter.
Sham Carter. Got to have those buckets. It's great feed from your big. in the mid-post. Guillory into the corner. Aisafat, he can hit that short quarter jumper. Guillory out on the perimeter. Drives the lane. Left-handed layup is good. We're tied up at 40 one more time.
Makes use of the Euro step. Nice job by Guillory with the finish.
Huntsberry on the dribble. Another Euro step. This time by Carter, makes up for the missed layup the other time down. Guillory receives it. They're looking to clear out.
Yeah,
When Carter comes over for the double, he will.
Executes on the higher degree of difficulty.
Guillory kicks it forward. Look for Edwards in the corner. One more pass. Aisafat driving the lane. Comes up, and that's going to be that's a charge. Ooh. Huntsberry again.
You know, Michael Aisafat, he doesn't have the kind of quickness where he's really going to be able to execute that move when you give Huntsberry this kind of time.
It's a good look there, and Huntsberry, just perfect placement right there. That right there. Instead of jumping forward, how about just jumping up for an 8-footer?
Yeah, pull up and take the shot.
The lead back to the Knights at 42-40 now with possession, 11:26 to go. Inbound to Joseph Riley. Harrow guarding him. Bit of a zone look, a little matchup zone look from L.A. Pierce. Brahma's trying to switch it up. Carter into the lane, left-handed layup.
Nasham Carter averages over 7 points a game, so he can bring some offense when coming off the bench.
4-0 run from Nasham Carter, looking to bring a little defense, unable to get the steal. McIntyre had a wide open look from three off of the feed from Fasu. Shoot the open shot. You got to get out of the key now. Instead, it's a turnover. We're going to have a foul called on McIntyre. Check that, Fasu.
You know, Mike, if I'm Casey Weitzel in this situation, I think about a timeout.
Yeah,
Brahmas right now seem a little out of sorts, especially on the offensive end.
Moments ago, it was the Knights that were a little bit in the danger zone, and right now, 10:48 to go, and he's going to get a sub. Sacco's going to come on. He's going to come on for Fasu, who's been terrific. Fourth foul on Kevin Fasu, and we might not see him until about the 8, 6, 7 minute mark. Kind of depends on how this one plays out. He's got to be smarter about the situation. Huntsberry working on Harrow. Harrow with a steal. Terrific on-ball defense by Justin Harrow. Brahmas trailing by 4 here, 10:26 to go. Backdoor cut by Harrow. Looking for Max Edwards, Harrow. Harrow gets it back. Reset on the shot clock after the change in possession there, and that's a good call by the referees. And fortunate because it looked like Brahmas were a little out of sorts there, Jeffrey.
I'd like to see them go back to running a little pick and spot up. Let Max Edwards set a high screen, see if he can free him up for a shot that way. I think they're trying to move him along the baseline, and the Knights just aren't giving him any room.
That's a great point. Enter into McIntyre. That's exactly what they go to here, Stoy. McIntyre way out front, bluffed at the three. Tut bodying up on Edwards. Guillory out front working against Joseph Riley. Harrow switched off to him by Riley. Guillory, 12 on the shot clock, driving the lane, looking for a little window of opportunity. He's fouled going up. He's fouled by Nasham Carter, and he'll go to the free throw line. Guillory.
I think that's good recognition by Christian Guillory. He's got a size advantage on Carter. I think he takes his time down here on this drive, bodies up on Carter, and Carter eventually there just fouls him with the body and sends him to the line. And I think Guillory can get that.
Guillory good on the first. Under 10 to go, 9:58. It's day 2 of the Cleat Adelman Classic live from Maricosta College. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, Emery Johnson with you on today's coverage. Happy you've joined us, everyone. Spread the word, www.socalcollegesports.com. Also on YouTube, SoCal College Sports 1. And feel free to hit us up on Twitter at SoCal College SPO. Joseph Riley into the mid-post with the floater. Hey, you got to stop the ball. Basketball 101, back to a 4-point lead for the Knights. The intensity ratcheted up just a little bit here by the Knights. Guillory on the dribble, gives back to Eli Cohen. Cohen, he's going to fire from three. It's a dangerous prospect because he just buried it in the face of Adrian Bird-Jelinek. Joseph Riley from way downtown. That one too long. Bird-Jelinek keeps it alive. Tut trying to keep it himself. It's going to be out of bounds off of Sacco. It will stay with San Diego City. It's good physical play on the boards there between Tut.
I'm watching the replay here of Eli Cohen, and this is not something that you regularly see from Eli Cohen working off the dribble. But able to step back and bury the tray.
It's 45-46. Huntsberry free from 18 feet. Unable to convert. Edwards with a rebound, working against Bird-Jelinek. Gives off to Guillory. Guillory turns on the Jets. Now he's trapped. Steps through over to McIntyre. He's going to drive the baseline. Oh, nice feed. And that's Sacco up. He's fouled by Ego. And that's a tough call because Ego got a lot of ball. Can we see that on the bottom camera?
Yeah, Ruatiri. Just a late whistle. Let's back that one up just a little bit too far there. There we go.
It's a late whistle because it's a lot of ball. In fact, that looked like a jump ball. Made free throw by Mo Sacco. We're knotted up at 46 all, 9:01 to go. Tut will come off. Back in to Sham Carter. Robbie Robinson as well. Robinson, Bird-Jelinek, Riley. Ego. Ruatiri. And to Sham Carter. For L.A. Pierce, it's Sacco, Guillory, Cohen, McIntyre, and Max Edwards. We stay tied at 46 after the missed free throw from Mo Sacco. Riley over to Carter. Carter near side. That pass barely gets through. Adrian Bird-Jelinek from the corner. 4-3, no good. Guillory tracks down the rebound for the Brahms. Christian Guillory like a floor general out there directing traffic. Very composed. Really like his play, especially here today. Picks up his dribble, finally gives off to McIntyre. McIntyre keeps his pivot foot, gives back to Cohen. Cohen's going to shoot that. He does from three. It's off the mark. I think Coach Weitzel's okay with that shot. It doesn't result in transition going the other way. Robinson will try his hand at a three. That one hit backboard first. And Coach Weitzel will definitely take that. 3-on-2 break. Guillory looking for Edwards. He has him wide open in the corner. It's tapped out of bounds. It's going to stay with L.A. Pierce. Guillory needs to make one more pass. Another 1-4 set. Bird-Jelinek off. Here comes Huntsberry. Timeout taken by San Diego City. 8:09 to go. 46 all. We got a good one here. Cleat Adelman Classic. McIntyre comes free and banks it in, the lead back to the Brahmas. 8:06 to go, 48-46. the Knights out of the timeout give up an easy bucket. A baseline out of bounds play. Robinson in the mid post gives off to Nisham Carter. Double pump. Sacco, the offending party. Nisham Carter going to go to the free throw line for a couple.
Carter shoots 58% from the line. First lead of the second half for the Brahmas.
Free throw up and good by Nisham. Edwards is going to get a blow, and it's a good move here by Coach Casey Weitzel to get his big man a little bit of a breather. Aisafat back into the fray. Missed free throw on the second attempt by Nisham Carter. So the Brahmas with a 1-point lead, 7:48 and counting in the second half. McIntyre with it at the top, working against Joseph Riley. Gets a high pick from Sacco. McIntyre turns the corner, up and under, a little English on it. It's missed. Robinson tracks down the board.
And I think McIntyre sensed the presence of Robbie Robinson behind him there.
Agreed.
Made that shot a little more difficult than it needed to be.
Nice drive on the baseline by Huntsberry. Kicks out Robinson in the mid-post. 8-footer, rolls in.
Good touch for Robbie Robinson. And I continue to be impressed with the game of Robbie Robinson.
Very fundamental in terms of getting the ball in the bucket. We saw one off of glass. Good feel. McIntyre to the bucket. Has that one swiped away by Riley. Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Brahmas. Trailing now by one. Edwards, after the quick blow, will come back into the ball game, likely on for Sacco indeed.
And McIntyre spent most of this game matched up with Joseph Riley, and I think McIntyre looks and sees the 5-6-inch height advantage he has, but Joseph Riley's so strong. I think he can guard guys bigger than him.
Yeah, he's a strong cat, that's for sure. Great low center of gravity, good core strength. McIntyre back to Edwards from 15 feet. Rushed the shot, he's off the mark. Aisafat with a rebound. Guillory from 3. Yes, sir! The lead back to the Brahmas, 51-49. That's great hustle by Michael Aisafat. Winning another possession and a 3-ball delivered by Christian Guillory. The Knights a little out of sorts here. Huntsberry trying to turn the corner. It's not there. Guillory closes. Doing it on offense and defense. Robinson, tough catch down low. He'll go up, try to finish. He can't. Aisafat pulls down the rebound. That's an offensive foul. Robinson bodying up on Aisafat. It's almost a bait foul to get the elbow inside. Aisafat bites and commits it. So possession now back to the Knights. 6:04 to go, trailing by 2. That one in by Joe Riley. The lead back to San Diego City. Seesaw battle here in crunch time. McIntyre nearly traveled. Still on the dribble. And one, no, but he's fouled. Foul will be called on Nisham Carter. Carter getting a little coaching here from the referee, saying, hey, look, you can't ride him underneath with the hip. It's a good call. McIntyre on the first free throw. In and out. McIntyre on the second attempt, 0 for 2. We're going to have a lane violation. Who's it going to go against? Is it going to go against Robinson? It will. Well, two things. You can't do that if you're the Knights. McIntyre gifting you 0 for 2 from the line. But McIntyre, look, man, you can't be 0 for 2 from the line. Going to slow down here, compose himself, get another crack at it. Berry tied up at 52 all. Down the stretch we come here. 5:30. Huntsberry off in the corner. Riley from way downtown forces the shot. It's way off. Rodriguez with a rebound. We're going to have a jump ball forced by Nisham Carter. The arrow in favor of the Knights, and the possession back to San Diego City. One four high. They get Berjelinek in a little disarray from three, in and out. Aisafat tapping the rebound to himself over Huntsberry. Aisafat dribbles out of it, find a guard, he does. McIntyre up the floor, double pump with the layup. Lead back to LA Pierce. Joseph Riley bringing it near side. As Huntsberry, extended zone look here from LA Pierce. Nisham Carter gives inside to Robinson, he finishes. Two cruiserweights trading punches here. The semifinal of the Cleat Adelman Classic at Miracosta College. McIntyre into the lane. Nearly traveled, gives off to Max Edwards. Gets it back, thought about it from three, drives it, spin move, not there. He's fouled. Two shots coming at Anthony McIntyre, and Anthony doing a better job this half of settling down, regaining his composure. He just went 1 of 2 from the line. Really should have been 0 for 2, but he was gifted an extra attempt, and let's see if he makes the adjustment here on these 2 free throws, so crucial down the stretch. The Brahmas holding their own. All of this with Kevin Fasu on the bench. He's had 4 fouls, picked up with about 11 minutes to go, and they have held their own without Kevin on the floor. 4:22 remaining, and at what point do you maybe think about bringing him in? And as I say that, Weitzel gives him the signal. Get in there, big fella. And Aisafat, a big reason why we're tied up at 54 all, an opportunity for McIntyre to put the Brahmas on top. It's long, 1 of 4 on his last 4 attempts for Anthony McIntyre. 16 points, pretty quiet 16 points for Anthony, leading scorer for the Brahmas on the season. Coming up on the 4-minute mark. Carter into the lane, great job by Fasu going straight up, tracks down the board. Up ahead to McIntyre. No numbers. Will he force the issue on the shorter Riley? He does. Layup up, no good. Fasu with the follow. Can't get that one to go. Fasu trying to track that down. Wins another possession. It's in the air. Guillory may be fouled by Nisham Carter. Gets away with a lot of contact there. And we're going to reset the possession. Casey Weitzel can't believe the no call. 3:40 to go. Guillory still on the dribble. Got to give it up. Get a back cut from Rodriguez. He's point blank. Can't put it up and in. Think that was blocked partially by Riley. Riley, don't foul there, Kevin. Huntsberry in transition. Robbie Robinson can't handle it cleanly. It's blocked by Guillory. Up ahead, Rodriguez looking for McIntyre. McIntyre just lost it out of bounds. It's going to be a block. Wow. McIntyre just lost it out of bounds. It was a bailout call. Weitzel says, you know what, that's probably a makeup for all the non-calls that I've been receiving. Timeout on the floor, 54 all. Is this going to be on the shot or on the floor? Full timeout. Two shots when we come back. 3:19 to go. What a good game. 54 all, 3:19 to go. The Brahmas and the Knights here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. 3C2A men's basketball, the Cleat Adelman Classic, live from Miracosta College.
McIntyre heads to the line. Michael, he's missed 3 of his last 4, and I don't think it's any great leap to say with 3:19 remaining in this game that free throws going to be of monumental importance. Can't leave any points on the table.
The lead back to the Brahmas at 55-54. Second free throw off of the mark. 2 of 6 on his last 6 for Anthony McIntyre, but the Brahmas with a 1-point lead. Riley guarded closely by Rodriguez. You know, Mitch Charlin's in the ear of the referee, and he's got a point. That was it's a very questionable call the last time down that resulted in the free throws for McIntyre. Riley out front, guarded. Bird-Jelinek will try from 3, and it rattles home. Adrian Bird-Jelinek. Now you got to play some defense. 57-55, the Knights with a 2-point lead. Little pressure here. Rodriguez finds a cutting Kevin Fasu. 3 in the corner. Max Edwards to answer. No, in and out. McIntyre with a long rebound. Back to Edwards, kicks it back out. Guillory driving the baseline, no. Picks up his dribble, it's tapped out of bounds. It's going to go back to L.A. Pierce. It's 57-55 San Diego City. Rodriguez looking for Guillory. 2-man game here. That's a double screen between Edwards and Rodriguez. Guillory, that's an offensive foul.
A little lower of the shoulder there.
Great
by
sell.
Guillory.
That's a great sell by Joseph Riley. Let's see that one more time. He knows what's coming. Guillory's been doing that all game, and he knew the contact was coming. Great anticipation by Joseph Riley. Possession back to the Knights. That's what sophomores do.
If I'm the Knights, I consider going back to Bird-Jelinek on the perimeter, make Max Edwards play some defense on the outside. He was a little slow on the closeout on Bird-Jelinek on the previous 3.
Robinson over to Riley. Dangerous pass, but he gets served. Huntsberry. Enter at the high post to Robinson. Robinson puts it on the floor, nearly stolen away by Rodriguez, but he gets it out. Riley going to reset, 12 on the shot clock. Over to Nisham Carter, gets it back. Top of the key. Really no movement here. Joseph Riley looking for a pass down low. Robinson able to track it down, kicks it back out. Huntsberry from 3, wide open, off the back iron, rebounded by Max Edwards. Nail biter here in the final 2 minutes of semifinal number 2 of the Cleat Adelman Classic 2019 edition. McIntyre into the lane, layup up and good, too easy versus Nisham Carter. He can get that every day of the week.
Yeah, they clear out there, let McIntyre work on Nisham Carter.
And that's all due in part. You have to respect the shooting ability of Max Edwards. You should probably respect the shooting ability of Joseph Riley. He gets an open look. Fasu tracks down the board, tries to dribble through his leg. It's off of a shin of Adrian Bird-Jelinek. It's going back to L.A. Pierce.
You know, Mike Fasu came back into the game a few minutes ago, and he's played very well with 4 fouls, a lot better under control, especially on the defensive end.
Coming up on the 1-minute mark, 57 all. Guillory being dogged by Huntsberry, turns a corner, up against Robinson, has that one swatted away, out of bounds. No, is this going to be a foul or out of bounds? Out of bounds off of Joe Riley, down on the baseline.
Yeah, Guillory really works himself into a bad spot here, and Robinson says, take that out of here.
Full timeout going to be called. 1 minute to go, tied up at 57 all. Watching 3C2A men's basketball, the Cleat Adelman Classic here on SoCal College Sports. crucial possession here. 18 on the shot clock. Baseline out of bounds. LA Pierce ball. He initiated a little bit too soon. Does Fasu. They're looking for a cheap one. They get it into Max Edwards. Edwards going to go to work against Darian Norwood. That's way too easy.
And
the
again,
lead here to LA Pierce.
Again, my good recognition by LA Pierce on offense. Last time was McIntyre working on Carter. This time Edwards sees he's got Norwood, goes to work in the low post.
Riley step back, no, over to Huntsberry. Huntsberry going baseline, has a little bit of daylight. Fasu tracks down the board. Rodriguez now with it. Timeout or a foul?
It's a full timeout.
Full timeout called by LA Pierce. They have the ball. They have the lead. 8-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. The Knights need a stop when we come back. .37 seconds to go. Full timeout taken by LA Pierce, but here comes the full court trap from San Diego City. Ooh, Edwards nearly traveled. Guillory up ahead quickly to McIntyre. McIntyre fouled and won! The dagger from Anthony McIntyre. Casey Weitzel saying, everybody get on the bench. We don't need a technical foul to ruin our day here.
Great job working against the press. They eventually find McIntyre down low and the strength to get it up on the rim. Still with some struggles from the free throw line, but the important thing is it's two possessions at 61-57 with 29 seconds to go.
Not out of the woods yet. Still 29 seconds available. We know we have some three-point bombers at the disposal of the Knights. LA Pierce takes another full timeout, or if they have any more. I don't know. Was smelling overtime a little while ago. Not so sure now. Back in a moment. LA Pierce looking to knock off the Knights from San Diego City. Four-point lead for the Brahmas Quick clean to the front court is Huntsberry. Bird Jelinek from 3. Can't hit. Rebound tapped around and won by McIntyre. He's going to go to the free throw line. A 1-and-1 situation for Anthony.
Pretty good look for the Knights off the first pass to Bird Jelinek, but not able to knock it down. And now Anthony McIntyre back to the line where he has been over and over here down the stretch. But he has had his struggles. We'll see if he can knock down a couple of free throws and salt this one away.
The winner gets the Wolverines from San Bernardino Valley. Loser plays Miramar tomorrow at 4 p.m. Championship at 6 p.m. We will have coverage of Antelope Valley and Miracosta, the 2 o'clock matchup. That's for sure. The other games we will wait and see. First free throw up and good. It's a dagger by McIntyre to get it out to a 5-point lead. 20 seconds to go.
Anthony McIntyre trying to do some carpentry here. He's got his hammer and nails out, working on the coffin.
Bird Jelinek, 3-point shot off the mark. McIntyre again has it snatched away by Michael Garcia. That one tapped in. Robinson finally able to get one to go. 8 seconds to go, full timeout. It's down to a 4-point deficit for the Knights, but precarious position for them. Full timeout, we'll take another one. San Diego City came into this tournament at 500. They're 8-7 after the win yesterday versus Barstow. Bit of a different story, a different animal. And the Brahmas and LA Pierce coming in with a record of 10-6 overall. It's a team that's very well coached by first-year coach Casey Weitzel. And they have some players, and they're able to continue to grow their game. Sacco was huge. Aisafat also huge off of the bench for the Brahmas. McIntyre brings in a Max Edwards and a quickly fouled by Robinson.
That's kind of a dangerous pass as McIntyre kind of leads Max Edwards out there. And fortunately for the Brahmas, Edwards on the same page. Able to track that ball down. But
yeah, that's one that could have trickled away for sure. 6.9 to go. And I think you and I can both agree it's over, Commander. Especially if Edwards able to convert on a couple here. First one, easy money.
Yeah, Edwards well over 80% from the line, and
Knights
running out of time.
Quiet game for Max. Thought the Knights did a really good job, but they were not able to contain Anthony McIntyre, who really did a great job of adjusting in the second half, settling down.
Getting aggressive, getting to the rim, making things happen.
3 ball by Joseph Riley off the mark, and 65-59. Pierce on top of San Diego City. It's a final. It'll be the Wolverines and the Brahmas in the final tomorrow at 6 p.m. 4 p.m. it will be Miramar and San Diego City. 2 p.m. we will be here for sure for that one. Antelope Valley and Miracosta. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Jeffrey, any final words?
Just looking forward to tomorrow. It's been an entertaining brand of basketball, and we're going to be here.
Day 3 at 2 p.m. for Emory Johnson, Jeff Stoyanov, Jorge Cepeda, John Gotti. New addition to the membership here at SoCal College Sports. I'm Mike Cepeda signing off. We'll see you on Friday.